Whoa. So, well, I'm wearing a sweater because I did say it was getting cold. Because, you know, you guys are right by the window, and this is where my desk is. So, I would show you guys outside, but like y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all would get a clear view of my neighbor's backyard, cause like I'm kind of like on a hill and they're like below, so I don't want to do that, cause like sometimes I see people in the windows and I'm like, oh, gotta be careful, you know. But fall is coming. So I'm making this video because it's been a like, I know I yap a lot, right? Like I always have like a main topic, right? And then sometimes I yap, but I thought, why not just have a video of just me talking about random shit, you know? So I forgot to tell y'all. So my uncle dropped off his dogs like a couple weeks back. I think I said that. And I got paid for it. So I was like, whoa. So I was trying to buy a squeeze shirt, but I was like, damn it, I need more money. But that didn't happen. So I was like, well, what could I get? What is something that I could actually use and that, you know, I probably need? Just something nice, you know. It never hurts to spend stuff on yourself, in moderation, of course. So I was like, I wonder if Jonin Vasquez has any stuff, you know, because I know he does prints. Then I found out during one of his Squid streams, because I was just going through the stuff again, it was like merchandising. I was like, huh? So he has a store. It's like one of those where it's like a big manufacturer, right, handles everything, but you give like the designs and what you can put it on, like what you allow shit to be put on. So I bought, here, wait, maybe I can show you. So first we're gonna go on my, shut the fuck up. Give me a sec. So I just wanted to show you guys something beautiful, something I love personally. I love NSFW artists. I think they are beautiful. They are amazing people. Because I'm not gonna lie, as much as you may not like porn, or you know, don't really fall into that realm of artistry, right? Or you know, you don't really like seeing the human body naked, right? Me personally, right? I like it, because I do. I like boobs, you know. But I know some people don't, and I feel like to some extent every artist has to accept the human body for what it is, because at the end of the day, right? I have like two things. I have like artist vision, where like I could look at a human naked person, right, and be like, that's cool, dude. That's really cool. And then I have my normal vision, where it's like bazongas, you know? So here's an artist I really like. They're on Instagram. Oh, I can't just show you their name because I don't want you guys to find me. What's a good artwork they got that's not like too much? It's not too much. They did Recluse from Night Rain. And I would say this is the most accurate drawing of Recluse, because she has like huge boobs for a maid user, right? They're just like out there, dude. It's kind of crazy. But I really like their art because I like how soft it is. You know, I really like how soft it is, and I love black women. I love black women. But I'm dating a white person, but. No, I really like how their stuff is like always really smooth looking, so it makes everything look like soft and in some ways kind of cute. Cause look how good they did with Frankie and Luffy. Like, look at this, look at that, look at Frankie. And then there's Luffy, right? Pretty cool. And then he did I can't show you that. He did Gear 5 Luffy. Right, I'm just trying to like cover up names and stuff. He did Gear 5 Luffy. And I was like, whoa. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I think Invincible, they, for their trailer for the next season, it's a bunch of NSFW artists. And I'm not gonna lie, I will say this: there's some beautiful artists out there, right? Some truly amazing artists. But I'm not gonna lie, I feel like NSFW artists, low key a little bit better, like when it comes to like doing normal things, because they just have love for the craft, right? And they're always working with the body, so shit just like naturally looks better. But that's besides the point. I really like their stuff. So it was another one I like. I like a lot of NSFW artists. I'm not very public about it now, but you know, besides that, right? So I was like, let me see if he sells any shirts, and he does. Jonan Vasquez, right? The little shop. We're not on topic on the porn anymore, right? So I was like, cool. Let me see what he has. And every drawing is from like one of his Twitch streams, like his drawing streams. So I was like, shit, that's pretty cool. And he had a deal going on for like 15% off. So these shirts were like, yeah, $13.95. I was like, holy shit, that's cheap. So I bought two. They ended up being like almost all my money, but I could get chips if I wanted. So I mean, I got that. So what did I get? I got this drawing, this shirt that says, no, get out my face. This drawing that says, drawing hurts. This is his third one, now with 100% more hurting. Right, pretty cool, right? Pretty cool, right? And yeah, t-shirts are like $13. Everything is on sale. 35% off, and it ends the 21st. So you got until 2 days as of this recording. And then I got another shirt, which is like the first one I really want to get. It's a drawing of him, right? That says no power, all beauty, and it's this kind of weird drawing of himself. So I thought it was really cool. And I definitely need more white shirts because I wear a lot of black, but this one's black. But I'll put that stuff in the description if you want to order for him and support him directly and shit like that. But is there anything else I want to talk about? I think while we're still on the topic of artists and art, do you guys have any favorite artists you like? Wow, I don't know that one. That's a cool one. Or a couple of artists that I really like. Or just animators and like artists in general. I really like Junji Ito. I like his stuff. I like his horror stuff. I did read from one of his mangas. I forgot which one it was, but he got inspired. Like, he used to grow up reading this one manga from this like really famous author. I forgot his name, but he made the Drifting Classroom, I think it was called, and it's like this. It's really like it's a pretty old story. And it's like these bunch of kids, right? They go to school, right? And the main character's like, he's kind of a dickhead to his mom, but he's a small kid. And then for some reason their school, right? Like the property of the school gets all transported to like some sand kind of looking place. But then you find out, I mean, I don't know if you guys really care about spoilers. So, I mean, if you care about spoilers and you know, this is starting to seem kind of interesting. I'm about to spoil like a pretty big detail. But pretty much, right? You can skip like, I don't know, like a minute in, like now, probably. But pretty much, right? So they're not in like some little sand place. They're actually like in the future, like hundreds and hundreds of years in the future. And like the mom starts to pick up on these details because she really misses her kid, right? And so there's like these kids are like, it's kind of like Lord of the Flies in a way, and like these kids have to deal with like, you know, people actually getting hurt and like cut, and then there's like this one adult who I think he's the cafeteria man and stuff like that. So he starts hoarding all the food, and it's like, it's such a crazy journey. And it's such like a really old art style that I really appreciate it, and I see why Ito really likes the guy and his work. It's really cool and it's really interesting. Just that like the main characters are just like these school children, like these like, I think like there's like small toddlers. I think there's like small toddlers to like, I want to say maybe 5th graders, 4th graders, somewhere around there. And it's really cool to see these kids like, you know, try to act so mature and like get a hold of the situation. And then you get to see some of these adults, you know, start become like, you know, like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I fucking hate these kids. And stuff like that. And it's a really good read. And this is all in like volume 1. The volumes you can buy now are like huge. They're huge. So I've only read volume 1, and there's like a shit ton in it. It's a huge manga. But I recommend you getting that Drifting Classroom. First volume is like all red. It has this nice texture to it too. It's really nice. The cover, like the book itself, it's really nice. Is there any other manga I recommend, or like artists I really enjoy? I really like the artist who did Bones. I like his stuff. I only have like one Bones comic. I don't know where it's at actually. I actually don't know where it's at. But I remember it was gifted to me by my gym teacher. Yeah, there was 2 of them. One of them was kind of mad at me that I would always read. Well, she was like, "Are you even reading? Like, there's just pictures. Are you just looking at the pictures and not reading?" I'm like, I'm reading. And then the other gym teacher was like, he's reading. Like, let him read. He likes reading. Like, you don't find many kids that actually want to read. And since it's a comic, I mean, it's easier for him, right? Sadly though, she passed away. I think, I want to say maybe 2 years ago. 2 years ago. She was really nice. I remember she would like hug me and stuff, cause she really liked me. And don't worry, it's not like predatory or anything like that. She just genuinely loved her job, and she really liked me. And the kids she would work with, they were like, I think both of them were like, one of them was 30s, like high 30s, maybe early 40s, and then the one that I liked more was like maybe her mid 40s to early 50s, I think, around that age. It's been a long time. It's been a really long time. But I remember she would hug me, and sometimes I would be scared because I would suffocate. I'd be like, I can't breathe, because she would hug me really tight, and stuff like that. I remember one time, this is like out of nowhere, I remember one time being suffocated by boobs, and you're probably thinking, yeah, nice job, man, bibbies. Nah, man, I don't like dying, you know. It's good for like half a second, but then I'm like, I can't breathe, like, you know, I'm dying, and like if you start hugging me tighter, it's like, ugh. So yeah, surprisingly, I don't really fuck with being suffocated for too long, you know. Especially if you won't let go of me and you're hugging me really tight. But yeah. But that's besides. I just remember her being really cool. Um, she was really nice, and she gave me the Bones comic because she was like, I found it, and I thought you would like it, and I think I actually do know where it is. It's like, I think it's like in this black box. Like, I think I could actually go to it right now, and it's probably there. Um, but I remember really enjoying it, and she was just really nice, and I got to see like her funeral, like photos and stuff like that. I didn't know because it just happened out of nowhere. But my sister told me, my younger sister, and I was like, shit, like it's crazy to think that like she's dead. I think she had like cancer or something. I think she had like cancer or something, or some illness. I don't remember. But she was really nice to me, and a couple other teachers and like adults in my middle school. Like my 5th grade teacher, I liked him a lot. I looked at him as like a dad. He would always let me like read comics, like these old comics he would have, or like these manga that he would have, and I could come in at any moment, just take one out. Um, I remember he told his students to like start calling me Robin every time I came in. Cause like I was fast. I would always do it like when he was not there, or if he was there, I would just like that. Um, and it was really nice. So I started donating, not donating, but letting like the kids read some of my manga and stuff like that, and then I would get them back in like a month or two. Um, and it was really nice. I remember before leaving middle school, I gave him this Star Wars comic, this manga. Um, it was like 3 or 4 short stories, um, and I really liked it. And I remember giving it to him and giving him a note just saying, you know, I really looked up to you and stuff like that. He was a really nice guy. He was really cool. I wish I could talk to him and see how he's doing. I remember I think he quit teaching like the year after and stuff like that. But he was really nice too. He also like would like talk about anime and stuff with me, and he was really nice. And then there was a bunch of black lady in like the lobby, and they would call me hun and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, you know, I would get embarrassed and stuff like that. I was really shy as a kid. Um, but I'm really happy they didn't like discourage me from like what I would like, or just be like, you know, stuff like that. I remember my art teacher. I still have the art drawing I did with her. It was this big piece, and I had one of the important ones. I was like part of the main trunk. So I had this little like Korean bird. I think it was a Japanese bird. It was like this little tiny bird. And I did really good on it. And I remember a couple years after I tried to recreate it, and I was really bad at it. I was really bad at it. But I still have that drawing. Um, I still have that drawing. It's like sitting in my drawer, and sometimes I look at it, and it's really nice. And she was really nice too, and you know, she would teach you like those pencil skills where like you gotta, you know, I don't know if you guys did it, but it's like what's a good example? Hey, like what's something I got here that could emulate that? She would always be like, you know, warm up your fingers, and we would do this and stuff like that. And she always told us to like see stuff in shapes. I didn't really get that until like way later. And I still kind of don't think like that, but yeah. And then I remember in high school I started doing this a lot. Just like this, you know. I hold my pencils like this, you know, thumb here, and then like kind of like chopsticks in a way. And then I draw, or I just do like grip it really tight. I'm like, you know. You guys probably can't see that, but she was really nice. I'm glad I have art in my life. I just wish I did it more earlier, because like technically I really started drawing in like the start of high school, because of my girlfriend. Like I would see her drawings and I'm like, whoa, like just whoa, like I really liked it. And she had like a friend who would also draw and stuff like that. I wanted to draw. I've always wanted to draw. And then I wanted to be like a video game designer, so I took video game design and I learned how to code, and I used Game Maker. That's what I used. I used that, and I had a bunch of games. Some of them pretty shitty, but I got pretty good at pixel art. Not the best. I ain't no Toby Fox, alright? I ain't no fucking... I don't know, man. I ain't pretty with it, right? But I could at least do something, right? And I remember making sprites, and I remember this one game I had, and I wish I could publish it if I could, but the story was you were this heart that came out from a homeless man, right? So what you were trying to do is, it was like kind of platforming, and then one stage you kind of get a gun, because I was like, I want a gun. But there was this other heart who was gonna replace the homeless man's and like make him do evil shit and stuff like that. Mind you, the homeless man is dead already, because you came out his heart. You are the heart. So you're trying to get to the hospital to like get the doctors to check on you and then bring you back and, you know, fix you up pretty much, right? And I just remember adding a little troll part, because you would I remember you would climb up like this, and then it would go back, and then once you were on the top row, it would like it's when stuff gets really faded. I forgot the word. Like stuff starts to get like really see-through, and I remember one of the last steps, like if you overjumped it, or like, yeah, pretty much if you overjumped it, you would be trapped in this like box thing. And I remember if you were trapped, I put like a troll face. It was so cringy, but I really liked that game. And I think that was also the last level, so the heart guy would like shoot at you. The other heart, the bad one, would shoot at you. And you had lives and points and stuff like that. I remember that. And I think that was my first game. Yeah, that was my first game. And I really liked that game. I liked that little heart dude. I remember to do walking, jumping, all them sprites, you know. And I remember my last game was this collage of like all the games I made, and like games I really liked. So like I put all of them together into like this. You were going through different like game dimensions and stuff like that. And I remember really liking it. It was another platformer, but we were going through all these levels, and like all of them, like the story was like the computer started getting corrupted, so you had to go from game to game to get out onto like the main like the home screen, you know, when you load up your laptop and stuff like that, to get out and like try to like get rid of the virus. And I remember adding cutscenes and stuff like that, and it was really cool. And I just wish I had a laptop so I could still make games or make music and stuff like that, because I also took a podcasting class, so I'm okay with listening to my voice now. So I took video game design 1 and 2, and then I took podcasting 1 and 2, but it wasn't just podcasting. Like majority of it was, but there was also music and how to make music and mess around with these already pre-programmed stuff, like Incredibox, I think that's what it's called. Use stuff like that. And that was for like a little while. And then also just learning about music history and stuff like that. And I got really into music, and I'm still really into music. It's just I don't have the money or the accessibility to do that stuff really. But we used what was it called? Not BandLab, it wasn't that. It was God, what was it called? I forgot. But I had a couple podcasts, like a decent amount, and I think I could possibly get some of them, but obviously I'd be copyrighted. So Because there's a bunch of music talk and stuff like that. And I remember really enjoying that, and that was my senior year. So freshman year was really good, nervous obviously, and then senior year was my best year, and then in between it was just shit. It was just hell. It was just bad. It was just bad. But freshman was good. Senior year was amazing. It was the best year I had, and it was also the same year where like obviously freshman year I did all my work, and then like I kind of started falling off, and then junior year, near the end of junior year, I was like, I gotta lock the fuck in, and so I locked in, and I still remember my chemistry teacher. He's the reason why like I locked in, because he was like, as long as you do something, and I mean like it's not like teachers are gonna hurt you and stuff like that. He was a really nice dude. He had a farm, and he is the head of like chemistry and science for my state, and he gets around with like a couple other the big people for the United States. He's like one of the head guys, but he mostly stays in my state. But he teaches like college classes. But this year he wanted to do high school for a little bit, and he was really nice. And he gave me a periodic table that like could fit in your wallet, like the whole table, and you could read it. I accidentally put it in the washer by accident, and I ruined it. But he also had a radio station. I really wish I got that radio station. But he was also really into music, so he would talk about music and stuff like that. I sucked at chemistry. God, I was awful, but I fucking loved it, and he made it so fun. And then we started talking about nuclear stuff and all these like could be elements and stuff like that, and he was such a really cool guy. To think he was like the boss of everyone, like, cause he was literally the guy that moderates everything. When it comes to like the science and stuff, it was crazy, and he was such a chill guy, and he had a farm, and he had chickens and stuff like that, and he would go to like chicken contests and stuff like that. He was so nice. He was so laid back that some people didn't take him serious, but he was really nice. And because of him, I started to lock in junior year, and then senior year, I just did my work right away. I did, like, the moment I heard something was posted, I would just do it. So English and like all my other classes, I would just have like the moment an assignment was posted, I would just do it. Big projects, do it within the day. Now it's not like I would just like rush it out and push out slop. No, I took the time, and so there would be like some weeks or like a week or two where like I wouldn't really do much, if at all. So I would just read a lot, and just kind of sit and chill. And then I would also, I remember in my English class, I would also help other students. I remember getting, I got like extra credit one time for doing that. But it was really fun. Senior year was really fun. And then I realized I'm like, obviously people like older than us, you know, saying like, oh, these are like years you gotta make memories, and which I didn't really. The senior year was like when I was like, holy shit, yeah, this was fun. High school was fun, but then it was also senior year, so it's like, shit, basically ended. Now I'm here. I do these videos and not much else. I do commissions now, and but you guys should go check that out. I updated it so you guys can get like actual drawings now, and not bad doodles anymore. It's like actual like decent doodles, the best that I can do, and then actual drawings and stuff like that. If you guys want that, I mean, yeah. But this is what I am now. I'm down here, and I just see the seasons roll by. Recently was my 4th time actually like seeing my town. So I've only been out like 4 times into my town. First time was first time I got here. Second time was end of the school year, so last senior year. And then third time was, I think, not third time. First time was actually seeing the house and everything, and then moving, and then end of school year. And then last time was I went to eat someplace like 2 weeks ago. And that was like another time I've been in my town. Besides that, I don't know what's in my town. I really don't. And it's not like I can walk. It's one of those towns where it's like, I'm in like the general area where it's like you need a fucking car. You just need a car, or you will get ran through by a fucking car and die, right? Because right outside is like, there's the road, right? But like, to go anywhere, you have to go to the main road, obviously, right? But people treat it like a highway, and the cops don't really patrol there because it's just vroom, you know? It's just vroom. So people treat it like a highway, and I think it actually is a highway. Technically, by state law and stuff like that, blah, 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 because it just goes through everything, right? So people treat it like a highway, and then there's like these really steep hills and really like, you know, it goes really down and far up, and then I'm in the middle of all of that. That's why it's not like I can just walk all the way to Walmart, because that's almost like an hour and a half. But reminder, there's no roads, there's no sidewalks. I mean, there's no roads. There is roads. There's no sidewalks. It's just grass and then like cars. So hour and a half, like every morning, possibly getting hit by a car, and then coming back and doing the same thing every day. Kinda hell, dude. And then these huge hills, and I'm already on a hill. But downtown, there's sidewalks and there's a bunch of stuff there. But I am like, so it's weird. With the car, I'm so close to it. Walking, I am nowhere near it. It's crazy how that works. So it's not like I can just. Camera ran out of space, so I have to delete some stuff. I low-key forgot that can happen. What was I talking about? Oh, but yeah, downtown sidewalks. And I don't live near there. Technically, I do with car, but by walking, no. Have I done it before? Yeah, I had to walk back home after graduation. I don't want to go into that, but it was graduation, family left. I thought I had to go somewhere, but I didn't. I messed up, and I spent graduation, after the ceremony and everything, walking back home. So yeah, but yeah, now I sit here, try to get commissions, and I just wait until something good happens. I mean, I'm waiting for the printer, whenever my mom's gonna do that, which could be forever. But I just wait. I make video for you guys. I do stuff that I like and I've always wanted to do, so I am happy about that. I really wish the Johnny fan dub I did, I wish it did really well, because I put a lot of time into that. I'll definitely do more, but I wish it did really well and stuff like that. Yeah, I just wish it did well, and got people's comments on it and see how they reacted. But yeah, I wish that did well. But I mean, what can you say? The YouTube algorithm is, it's non-existent, because it's always like post at 2 or 3, and then, you know, but these hashtags are for it and stuff like that. And I try to do that, and then, you know, promote my commission stuff, because it's always in my descriptions, besides like my really old videos. So yeah, I just want to have an income, I guess, a job, because I really do enjoy making videos, and I wish I had a green screen, you know, so I could do more stuff. That'd be cool, right? Wish I could cosplay, stuff like that. But the hard truth might be I probably won't be able to do that stuff until like I'm like 30. I mean, at least I'll look young still, I hope. Unless like I get a freak accident, like, you know, something bad happens. But yeah. There's not much else to say. I don't really got much else to say. But I wish you the best. As per usual, you know. I'm probably gonna like not upload as much on like the algorithm time, like what they tell you to upload at what time. Because it's weird, because sometimes I don't upload on the algorithm time, and the video just does really well. I remember when the Johnny video posted for the first time, every view I got was like, there was always a like on it. I was like, whoa! But I was like, wait, I want to make sure this does really, really well. So I'm going to post it on the right time, you know, when most people are active and stuff like that. I'm going to put all the hashtags, I'm going to, you know, and that video has like 43 views. I've watched it like 4 times because I was like, I'm so proud of myself. Ooh. But I'll definitely do more of that. And I need my friend to come back from his voyage on the Navy so I can do the part with him and stuff like that. So yeah. But I don't have much else to say. Just a loser on the internet that you guys like enjoying. That you guys like enjoying. That you guys like watching and enjoy. Yeah, there you go. I cut my nails and I filed them. Did you guys notice that? Probably not. Yeah, that's it. I just sit here, make a video, edit it a little bit, and you guys watch it, and then that gives me some happiness, and I'll take that. Besides that, yeah, there's not much else to say. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed me yapping about random stuff, and hope you guys liked looking at boobies. I like boobs. Let me show you another one from that artist I really like before I dip, you know, cause I'm a freak. I like this one a lot. This is their newest post. Yeah, there's the artist right there. Yeah, I like this one a lot. You can see the little pieces of pubic hair right there. I love when artists do that, you know. I love when they do that. It's like nice, you know. All right, and that's it. I love you. Ooh, the sun's coming out. Oh, all right. I love you guys. And it was fun talking to you. All right. Okay. Bye. Love you.